Part 1. I shouldn't have come here. I know that now. But knowing doesn't do shit when the damage is already done. I see them before I even get out of the car. The motel curtains aren't fully closed, and through the gap, I get a front row seat to the wreckage of my life. Carolina, my wife of 10 goddamn years, tangled up in some other man's arms, her head thrown back, eyes shut, mouth parted in a way that used to be just for me. His hands roam her body, gripping, pulling, staking a claim that should never have been his to make. And she lets him. I can't move, can't breathe. My pulse is a hammer, slamming against my ribs, each beat pounding the truth deeper into my skull. She's not drunk. She's not reluctant. She's not being coerced. This isn't some mistake she'll cry about later, blaming bad choices and too much wine. No, this is deliberate, intentional, a betrayal so goddamn personal it feels like a knife twisting between my ribs. I want to look away, but I don't. I can't. Because once you see something like this, once the truth slams into you like a freight train, you don't get to pretend you're blind. You don't get to go home and act like everything is fine. Eduardo, that's his name. I didn't know before, but now I do. Now I see the way his hands trace her body like he's done it 100 times before. Now I see the way she kisses him like she means it, like he's the only thing in the world that matters. And that's when it happens. The moment everything inside me fucking shatters. I clench the steering wheel so tight my knuckles crack. My stomach lurches, my vision tunnels, and for a split second, I think about storming in there, tearing the door off its hinges, dragging him out by his throat, and making him answer for this. But I don't, because I know how this plays out. So I sit. I watch. I let the weight of it crush me until there's nothing left but the cold, empty realization that the woman I built a life with is already gone. And when I finally drive away, I don't cry. I don't scream. I just start planning. Part 2. I don't remember the drive home. I don't remember parking or walking through the front door, or the exact moment the walls of my house stopped feeling like walls and started feeling like a goddamn mausoleum. Everything is dead. Every picture frame, every piece of furniture, every scrap of life that we built together, rotting. A monument to something that doesn't exist anymore. I sit in the dark for a long time. I don't turn on the lights. I don't drink. I don't rage. I just sit. Because what the fuck else do you do when you find out your wife's been letting another man put his hands on her, bury himself inside her, like you're just some fucking joke? Like the last decade of your life was nothing but a goddamn placeholder for Eduardo. My phone buzzes. I don't need to look. I already know who it is. Carolina, heading home soon. Love you. Love me. My hands curl into fists, nails digging into my palms, so hard I'm surprised I don't break skin. Love me. That's what she says. That's what she fucking has the audacity to text me while she's washing him off her skin, fixing her makeup in some dirty motel mirror, making herself look like the perfect, faithful wife before she steps through her front door. I get up. I don't know what I'm about to do, but I can't sit here anymore. I start pacing. The walls feel too close. My heartbeat is in my throat. I could smash something. I could walk out and never come back. I could tell her to her face that I know, that I saw, that there's nothing left to salvage. Or I could wait. Let her come home. Let her lie to me. Let her look me in the eye and pretend she hasn't been betraying me. Yeah, I like that idea better. She walks in 20 minutes later. I hear her heels first. The soft click against the tile. The shuffle as she drops her bag. Sighs like she's exhausted from her long, hard day of being a two-faced cheating bitch. Hey babe, she calls out. You still up? I step out of the shadows of the hallway, watching her shrug off her coat. She looks the same. Same warm brown eyes, same soft features. The woman I married. And yet, all I see is a fucking stranger. How was dinner? I ask, voice steady. She freezes for half a second. Just a flicker. But I catch it. Oh, you know, the usual. She forces a smile, walking toward me. Long, boring. I swear, my coworkers never shut up. Lies. Every word, a fucking lie. She presses a kiss to my cheek. I let her, and I hate myself for it. Because I can smell it. That scent, that fucking unfamiliar scent that doesn't belong in my house. In my bed. In my wife. I don't say anything. Not yet. Let her dig her own grave. The next few days are a fucking exercise in self-control. I watch. I listen. I take in every single detail, every small moment that would have gone unnoticed before. The way she hesitates before answering a text. The way she turns away from me when she undresses, like I haven't seen every inch of her 1,000 times over. The way she smiles a little less, like maybe she's starting to feel the weight of what she's doing. Or maybe she just thinks I'm too goddamn stupid to notice. And Eduardo? He's not just some random. I do my research. It doesn't take long. A few casual questions here, an overheard conversation there. Turns out, he's not her coworker. Not some stranger. No, that would be too fucking easy. He's an old friend. A face from her past. Someone she reconnected with a little over a year ago. And now he's fucking my wife. I keep quiet. For now. Because if she thinks she's playing a game, she doesn't realize I'm about to change the rules. Part 3. I don't sleep. Haven't in days. It's like my body knows there's no point. Sleep is for men who can close their eyes without seeing their wife's body twisted in pleasure under another man's hands. Sleep is for men who don't wake up in a cold sweat, fists clenched, jaw aching from grinding their teeth through another nightmare that feels too goddamn real. Carolina doesn't notice. Or maybe she does, but she's too deep in whatever sick little fantasy she's built with Eduardo to care. She still kisses me goodbye in the morning, still sends me texts during the day, still plays the part of the loving wife. But I see the gaps now, the little cracks where her performance slips. The way she hesitates before touching me. The way she fakes a yawn when I suggest we go out for dinner, as if being in my presence for longer than necessary is just too much work. She's pulling away. She thinks I don't see it. I see everything. I start collecting proof. Not because I need it, I saw it with my own 2 eyes, but because I want her to see it. I want her to choke on the weight of her own lies when I shove the truth in her face. So I dig. I go through phone records, bank statements, every little thing that doesn't add up. And there's a lot. Dinners she never mentioned. Hotel charges that don't belong. Lift receipts from places she sure as hell didn't go with me. It's all there, plain as day. The kind of shit a man can't ignore. But I don't confront her yet. No, she's not getting off that easy. I make a plan. Friday night. The perfect time. She's already given me an excuse. Some bullshit about a girl's night. A lie so lazy it almost offends me. So I set the stage. I cook dinner. Light candles. Bull wine. I make the house look like the home she's been so goddamn eager to burn to the ground. I want her to walk in and feel the weight of what she's about to destroy. And then I wait. Hours pass. The food gets cold. The wine sits untouched. My hands stay clenched into fists, nails digging into my palms, the only thing keeping me from tearing the whole fucking place apart. Then finally, the front door creaks open. I hear her heels. The same one she wore the last time she spread her legs for Eduardo. I don't move. She steps into the dining room, eyes widening as she takes in the scene. Oh, she blinks, feigning surprise. Do we have plans? My fingers curl tighter around my glass. I keep my voice calm. Steady. Where were you? She hesitates. Just for a second. But I see it. I told you, babe. Girls' night. My stomach twists. She says it so easily. So fucking naturally. I nod. Take a slow sip of my wine. Yeah. I tilt my head. How's Andrea? She falters. Not a lot. Just a flicker. But it's enough. She's good, she says, smiling too wide. You know, the usual. I'll let the silence stretch. Let her fidget under the weight of it. Then, slowly, I pull out my phone. Turn the screen toward her. Lift receipts. Hotel bills. The kind of evidence that doesn't leave room for pretty little lies. The color drains from her face. Say it. My voice is quiet. Dangerous. Say his fucking name. She swallows hard. Her lips part, but no words come out. Coward. I push back my chair, standing up. Go on, I press. You had plenty to say to him. Tell me the same things you whispered in his ear. She shakes her head, eyes glassy now, but I don't buy it. Please, let's just. No, I cut her off. We don't get to just anything, Carolina. Silence. Heavy. Unforgiving. And then, I didn't mean for it to happen. A bitter laugh escapes me. Didn't mean to? I echo. You sure looked like you meant it when you were fucking him. She flinches. Good. I love you, she whispers. I never stopped. My chest aches. My head pounds. I grip the back of my chair so tight my knuckles go white. I don't know what's worse, the fact that she's lying or the fact that some part of me still wants to believe her. Part 4. She cries. Of course she does. Big, trembling sobs, tears dripping down her face like they mean something. Like they'll erase everything she's done. I don't move. I don't comfort her. I just watch, arms crossed, jaw clench, my nails digging into my palms, so hard I half expect to draw blood. I never wanted to hurt you, she says, voice breaking. Hysteria. Then I laugh. A sharp, bitter sound that slices through the room like a goddamn knife. Hurt me? I shake my head. Carolina, you didn't just hurt me. You gutted me. You took everything we built, everything I thought we were, and you pissed on it. She flinches. But I'm not done. I gave you a home, I say, voice dropping. I gave you loyalty. I gave you fucking love, and you threw in my face. And for what? For him. She looks down. Coward. You don't understand, she whispers. I slam my hand down on the table, making her jump. Then make me understand. My voice echoes in the silence, raw, shredded. Because right now, all I see is a woman who lied, cheated, and betrayed everything we had. Her mouth opens, but I don't give her the chance. I need to know. Was it worth it? My chest rises and falls, breath uneven. Was he worth it? She doesn't answer. And there it is. The final fucking nail in the coffin. I don't remember going to bed. Don't remember when the shouting stopped, or when she finally slinked off to the guest room like some wounded animal. But when I wake up, it's morning. The sun is pouring in through the blinds like it doesn't give a damn that my whole world is burned to the ground. Her side of the bed is empty. Good. I roll out of bed, my body heavy with exhaustion. The kind that doesn't go away with sleep. The kind that lingers in your bones. I shower, but I don't feel clean. I drink coffee, but I don't feel awake. I sit in silence, staring at the wall, trying to convince myself this isn't some fucked up dream. Then I hear her, in the kitchen, like nothing happened, like she didn't just rip my goddamn heart out and stomp all over it. I walk in and she turns. There are bags under her eyes, her hair is a mess, and for once, she doesn't look put together. Good. She should feel as fucking awful as I do. I thought we should talk, she says softly. I take a deep breath. Then talk. She hesitates. Then, I don't want to lose you. I almost laugh. Almost. But there's nothing funny about this. You lost me the second you spread your legs for him. She winces. I know I messed up. I know I broke your trust. Messed up. My voice is low, dangerous. Messed up is forgetting an anniversary. Messed up is leaving the stove on. You didn't mess up, Carolina. You made a choice. Over and over again. She swallows hard. Don't. I hold up a hand. Don't feed me some bullshit about how it just happened. My jaw tightens. Tell me why. Silence stretches between us. Then, finally, she whispers, I felt alone. I blink. A bitter chuckle escapes me. Alone. She nods, eyes welling up again. You shut me out, Lucas. You were always busy, always distracted. I felt like I didn't matter anymore. Hysteria. And then I shake my head slow. So that's it? That's your excuse? I got busy, so you decided to fuck someone else. She wipes at her tears. It wasn't like that. I scoff. Then how was it? She opens her mouth, closes it, because she knows. She knows there's nothing she can say that will make this better. I lean forward, bracing my hands on the counter. You had options, Carolina. You could have talked to me. You could have told me how you felt. But instead, you found comfort between another man's sheets. My voice is ice. That's not love. Tears spilled down her cheeks. I do love you. No, I shake my head. You don't get to say that. Not anymore. She sucks in a breath like I just hit her. Good. I grab my keys off the counter. I need air. I walk out, and for the first time in weeks, I breathe.